The V28 roulette system, but not just any old V28. We're playing the V28 hybrid. That's what makes it number 11 on our top 25 roulette strategies to play in 2025. We've actually recently, as we're moving down the list, started doing quite well. Start wasn't great at all, but we are recovering and we're actually turning a profit most of these strategies. So I'm hoping the V28 can do the same. Pretty simple strategy. I add a little bit of complexity. I would recommend adding some complexity because the V28 just as a flat bet and a martingale, I guess, is okay, but I think you can take advantage of your winning streaks. I'll tell you exactly what I mean as we play on. So we've got our $1,000 bankroll. I've actually got the bet saved and I'll jump in as soon as we can. So I've actually lowered some of these bets from the original whiteboard version. I think they're a bit too aggressive, and especially if we're going to play 30 spins, we might want to start off a bit slower. So I've got the bet on the table. It's a $70 total bet, and we've got $10 on 4 corners, 2 corners in the first dozen, 2 corners in the last dozen, and then $30 in the middle dozen. And if you want to set this up yourself with your own bankroll, you have to keep the ratio of whatever the corner bet is, the dozen has to be 3 times the amount. So if you wanted to do 5-5, then you'd have to do 15-5-5. We've got a plan for when we win. We've got a plan for when we lose. Let's see what we get off to. What start we get off to. A winner to start off with. So it's not a super aggressive positive progression that I play. So repeat the bet. And all I'm doing is adding $2, $2, $6. So we're keeping with that ratio, $2 and $2. Now we have a total bet of $84. You will have seen there a winning number. It was a $70 bet. It returns 90. So I'm essentially I'm pocketing $6 and I'm getting all of that money on the next spin. The reason for that is, as the name suggests, 28 winners. We've got more than a 3 in 4 chance of winning. So we've just won, and I'm going to reduce the bet. 1-2, reset. So I should have wrote this down actually. I think it's about 75%. With 28 numbers covered, it's about 75%. So you should win 3, lose 1. Win 3, lose 1. Obviously, it's not all going to be like exactly that. You're not going to win 3, then lose the next one. If we knew that was going to happen, we just wouldn't bet the 4th one, would we? So we're expecting to win about 22, maybe 23 spins in this 30 session spin. 30 spin session, that's what I meant to say. So we'll keep an eye on those stats, see if we're on the lucky side or the unlucky side. There's a loser for us, so this is where the negative progression kicks in. You see that's a big drop. We're $44 up, now we're $76 down. We're going to repeat and we're going to double. Now I have seen people do this like a D'Alembert system where you add a unit, which obviously the start is the same. Going from 70 to 140, it's a double or it's an added unit. But if you lose this, some people just add $70 to go to 210. I think it's best to double it again, to go to 280, to try and recoup your losses. Obviously, that's a bit more aggressive way of doing it. I am going to follow with the positive progression if I hit a winner. 32 is a winner. Thought that was about to land in 0, which is not a winner. So we are in a profit, but we're not at session profit. So because I doubled the bets, I'm now going 4, 4, 12, 4, 4. So when it's a $70 base bet, I'm adding 2, 2, 6, 2, 2. When it's a $140 bet, because I've doubled, I'm doubling my progression as well. So hopefully we hit this, and then we can reset. And if we hit this, we should be in session profit. 24. So anything in that middle dozen, we know we're okay. And we're back up to $62 in profit. And we're going to reset. So that's why I like these positive progressions, because I am expecting to win far more than I lose. Now, obviously, that could not happen. And I can go on a losing streak and I could lose more than I win. I'd have to get super unlucky to do that with 28 numbers covered. But that's why I personally enjoy the hybrid progression. Anybody that's familiar with the channel, we've had tournaments on hybrid progressions where you obviously need a negative progression. When you lose, you want to recoup your money. But also when you've got a high coverage, I think it's best. That's a winner. I think it's a good strategy to try and make the most of those winning streaks. So I'm going to repeat the bet and go 2, 2, 6, 2, 2. As you just saw, that return $90. It's basically all back on the table. Pocket $6, go again. We really don't want to be hitting 3 in a row. 3 losers in a row is what I meant to say. Obviously, it can happen. We've got 9 numbers missing. So you can easily hit one of those 9 numbers 3 times in a row. We've hit our positive progression bet and we're reducing the bets. So $70 total bet. Let's have a look at these stats. We're flying, to be honest. Seven spins, $106 up. It might be sensible with $1,000 to do 5, 5, 15, 5, 5, 10, 10, 30, 10, 10. Seems like a nice middle point. It's aggressive enough to make some good money, but I also have a fair amount of progressions in me. Where's that going to land? Okay, that's another winner. Follow the positive progression. So you might be asking, well, what if you lose this bet here where I've gone 2, 2, 6, and 2 each? What happens if you lose this $84 bet? I would suggest doubling this one, continue with the positive progression, and you should make your money back. Obviously, if you hit a winner. If you hit a loser, you're not going to make your money back. Then you double again. You might want to get to a point where you don't bother putting on the positive progression. You just double, maybe win 2 in a row, and then reset early. That's a loser. So there we go. We've just lost the positive progression, which is annoying. We're going to repeat the bet and double it. Now, let's have a look at these stats. Our all-time profit was 126. If we win this, I'm trying to work out, it'll be $48 profit. So that will send us to $90. Then you want to make the decision. Do you want to go again at that $168 bet, or do you want to reduce? I think I might reduce, to be honest. We'll see what happens. Like, I might just take the loss. $90. I'm going to do it. I'm going to show you a sensible way of doing it. So we recovered not all of it, and I'm just going to put that $70 base bet on. Now, obviously, if this wins, I would have won double the amount of money. But if it was a loser, $168 loses, it goes to $320. It starts getting out of hand. So play this, obviously, however you want to play it. But just consider, okay, I'm a little bit short. I mean, I'm actually quite a lot short, and I'm about $40 short. But do I want my bets that big? Or can I just take the loss? And we're winning $20 every spin here. So all I need is another 2 wins, and I've recouped anyway. So I reset a bit too early there. That's okay. We get our positive progression on. So I've said it in quite a lot of videos recently. Don't be too stringent. Don't be too like, oh, the rules say I need to get to session profit before I reset. If you're not comfortable with it, just reduce your bets and say, no, I'm going to start again. I'm going to take the little loss and I'm going to try and grind it back up. Because if you lose that 320 bet, then it goes to 640. If you lose that, you're done. You're home time. So I don't mind reducing earlier. Now we're at session profit. So it took us a little bit longer, but we're back there. And we're just going to repeat this bet. No, we're not going to repeat this bet. Sorry, we're going to go back down to base bet. That's what I meant to say. Just zoom into those numbers for you. So that was our loser. I doubled up. I potentially could have stayed at that level, hit the winner. Instead, I reduced it and just won $20 rather than $48. Fine. Especially when these bets are big and each win is $20. Oh no, get out of zero. So we're going to repeat the bet and double. I'm just thinking what I'm going to do next spin. If I win this, I'll probably do the positive progression. I like to have at least one positive progression in my before I reset. So the previous one is we won the first one, did the positive progression, then lost. So I reset early. This one, I've not had a positive progression yet. So hopefully I win this, do the positive progression, then reset. Hopefully win this. Okay, we got it. And because we're on that level 2, I'm doubling my positive progression. So I'm going 4, 4, 12, 4, 4. I mean, how short am I there? 130, 104. So I am $30 short. The problem that this system has is if you just lose one, double up, win, you don't fully recoup. So you can start going backwards. Get out of zero. Okay, good. 3 is a winner. So we're back to a new session profit of $152, and I will reset my bet. Let's have a look at those stats. So yeah, as long as you can hit 2 winners after a loser, you're going to do okay. And with, I think, I'm really sorry, Ash. In fact, I'll work it out for you right now on my phone, just to make sure I've got the numbers right. Calculator. So we've got 28 numbers covered, and there's 37 numbers on the table. Yeah, it's 75.5%. I thought it was about that. I know 25 is a loser. Lost one. We're going to double up. So the original reason why this is called the V28 is you would normally do a V shape. So it comes down here, touches that, and then it would go 25, 29, 32, 36. I can't play like that because that way the 30 is not covered. And when 30 lands and I lose on it, it annoys me. 22 is a good one. We're going to do that positive progression because I've not had one before resetting. So 4, 4, 12, 4, 4. This is a big bet. $168. You really want to be winning this one. If you miss this, go to that 300 and what would it be? 336. $336 bet. Then you're sort of getting a bit nervous. And then obviously you won't fully recoup either. So this is like the game-changing one. If you win these, you're going to do okay with the V28 hybrid. If you miss this, you start getting in a bit of trouble. 11's good. 36 right next door was not good. Okay, 1, 2 in a row. Reset. So we've got $170. Sorry, can you hear the banging on the table? It's not me. Don't know if someone's cleaning or what they're up to. Hopefully it's not too disturbing, not ruining my video. Okay, that's one win. We returned $90. Let's do the positive progression. 2, 2, 6, 2, 2. So obviously if you are playing this with 5, 5, 15, 5, 5, maybe you only increase by a dollar, $3, $dollar. If you're feeling aggressive and you're short on time, I think in my whiteboard video, I actually recommend doing 25, 25, 75, 25, 25. That's a huge $175 bet. I'm just going to reset. Yeah, so I changed my mind with that one. And to be honest, looking back at that whiteboard video, they are like the strategies themselves are what I would suggest, the top 25. And as you can see, as we move down this list, they are getting, well, they seem to be performing better. And obviously, definitely my top five are my top five. But I think the amounts that I was suggesting, on reflection, you might want to reduce them. I think I was probably a bit too aggressive with how much I was suggesting to bet. Five is a winner. So we can do a positive progression. On a nice little streak. We're not too far off the probabilities either, are we? If it's 4 losses, I think we should be expecting 16 wins. So we've not really got extra lucky or extra unlucky, and we're doing really well in terms of the money, in terms of the profit, sorry. I mean, we are slightly on the lucky side, but not over lucky. So on 22 spins, just as long as those losers that we're expecting don't all come at once, we do okay. And that is the case with most of these strategies that I have put in the list of 25 to play. If you can, like, let's say the true probabilities are win 2, lose 1, win 2, lose 1. If it plays out like that, you will make money with a lot of these strategies. It's obviously if you win 10, lose 5, then they fall apart. That is a loser. So we're going to repeat and double. We were expecting one. We've not had a loser for a while. Been on a nice grind up. I have a feeling that we're due for 2 losers in a row. Then we go to $280 bets, and that's never fun. Okay, we got that. I'm going to do the positive progression. So we repeat, and we go 4, 4, 12, 4, 4. To be honest, guys, well, first of all, I would have left here, probably even here. And I would have probably walked away now if I hadn't left earlier, saying, right, I've recouped a little bit, time to go. But we've got a $168 bet. We're going for that 30 spins. I can't just walk away. I need like a fair experiment. This is that big $168 bet I was talking about. We got it. And we can reset. 5 more spins, and we're doing quite well. Now, a lot can happen in 5 spins. We could lose it all in 5 spins, unfortunately. If the true probabilities play out, it's about 23 wins, 7 losses, or maybe 22 wins, 8 losses. So I'm expecting at least 2 more losers in these 5 spins. I know it's a very small sample size. Okay, positive progression time. But that's also why I like adding the positive progression, because with high coverage, you might get extra lucky. So you're compounding those wins. This would have done well. Either way, this would have done well. Win, lose, you double up. But it's made extra money with that positive progression. That was a win, and we're resetting. 3 more spins. Hopefully, I think as long as we don't lose the next 3 spins, this should finish in profit. 70, 140, 280. So if we lose those 3, then we're not going to be in profit. It's a nice little winner. Repeat, do the positive progression. So this was just shy of the top 10. I think this is number 11, isn't it? So I think that's a fair number for this. In my opinion, there are 10 better strategies, but when you get on the table and you start playing and it goes like this, we do okay. Or we do very well, actually. Okay, that's a winner. And we can reset for our last spin. So we have been on the lucky side this session. 24 wins, 25 losses. I was expecting 22 or 23 wins. So this is a good advert for the V28. It's not always as good as this. But as long as you can, when you lose, hit 2 wins in a row, you'll do fine and you'll win money. What can we finish on? Can we finish on a nice winner? We did. That's a big score. 30 spins, and we finished with $384 in profit. So what's that? That's like more than $10 a spin every single spin. What do you think of the V28? Let me know in the comment section. Also, come and join the Discord, guys. Get involved with the community. I see you. We're going to do the top 10. So make sure you subscribe. There's going to be a playlist on these 25 strategies, and I'll see you in the next video.